Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Christopher.
And today we'll be talking about Love and Marriage DC Reunion Part 2.
Man, what a reunion. We on Part 2. Make sure that y'all subscribe to It Takes Two. I'm a rapper this morning. Mm-hmm. Also, like, share, comment, all the above. We got a lot to get into. Come on, Blair. Walk us through this, please.
Okay. Well, we start where we left off when Quick and Ashley, Clifton, everybody's walking off stage for their break. Clifton talking about Quick not going to do nothing. Mm-hmm. So we see everybody in their dressing rooms talking to their partners. Ashley and Quick are yelling in the dressing room. Ashley says, Ish can get serious when it comes to them. Mm-hmm. And they should have said what they needed to say when there wasn't no cameras around. Mm-hmm. Jamie says, who would threaten somebody on national TV? Yeah. He thought Quick was dumb for saying that you wouldn't be sitting here if we really had an issue.
Yeah.
Quick is saying he's seen Clifton 30 times, but now he want to talk when there's TV and security around. Joy says, Quick is talking about check my net worth. Why don't you spend time with your family?
Spend time with your family, my man.
Ashley regrets pitching the Petties. Jamie says Ashley and Quick insinuated that he was an alcoholic. Yeah. And then he compares it to how Clifton never said that Joy was jealous. Mm-hmm. Arena doesn't want to be friends with people who act like Ashley.
Your thoughts, Blair?
My thoughts?
So much, right?
I'm just I just don't understand Quick and Ashley's things of wanting to be so big and bad and also wanting to act like people are crazy or turning up for the cameras. Yeah. Because I don't think anybody's acting differently than what they normally have. Mm-hmm. And maybe part of that is because I've seen the people in confessionals. So maybe they have come with different energy when it came to Ashley in person.
Maybe.
So seeing the confessionals, it seems like people are as upset as they've always been. But at the same time, I get both sides when it comes to Clifton and Quick. Quick said he was going to handle Clifton. He never did. Mm-hmm. And Clifton's been around Quick. But at the same time, I don't know if Clifton knew that Quick said that. So
he didn't.
So it was just a lot of stuff where I was just I don't know who knew what was said during the season. So after the season, everything's coming to a head. I don't know. My head's spinning.
Well,
what about you?
Put it like this. I want to speak to Alberto claims with Quick and stuff, things like that. You seen him 30 times. You ain't doing anything. How come you ain't doing anything? And this is not me pressing for violence. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying I love people who always say I could have done this, I could have done that, and things of that nature to show what type of power they have. But power is power, meaning that you don't pump fake. If you had such a problem and things of that nature, and as we saw in the last part, you talking about how you are the reason why he's still walking around Baltimore or walking around this DMV area safe. Mm-hmm. So Clifton said, if you want to handle me then. And he said, say less. Then I'm waiting, because I'm not about the threats anymore, because it is an empty threat. So I'm not really on Jamie saying, why would you make a threat on TV? I'm on what is Ashley and Quick motive for this reunion, period.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I miss it. Now she's over here yelling at Carlos, talking about people can really get hurt. So now y'all part of a mafia family or something like that? Or y'all this team or this tandem that oh, you speak against us, we really could get you hurt? No, you're not. Because all you did throughout this whole first part, all you did throughout this whole second part is yell, empty threats, especially when you're wrong. I do not want to hear it, and this is for everybody on the stage. I don't want to hear it from Jamie. I definitely don't want to hear it from Quick. I don't want to hear it from Ashley about how it's editing, about how this is cut out, and basically what you see is not real, it's fake. I'm only judging by what I see. Yeah. And what I'm seeing is you actually just yelling and making a fool of yourself. All I'm seeing, DJ Quick, is you threatening this man off of something he didn't do. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Making a fool of yourself. So don't talk to me about editing. Don't talk to me about this is how people get hurt. No, I hope you actually stay to your word. She said she's going to leave because she can't be around fake people no more. Well, you are the only one talking the most and yelling the most. You get what I'm saying? You have the narrative to build, and you chose to build this narrative as if y'all big and bad. But Quick, I saw when Clifton approached you and you ain't do anything. You said we go chat later. You ain't do anything then. You ain't do nothing now. Ashley, you talk about this is how people get hurt. Guess what? As far as I know, everybody is still healthy and well. So just drop it. drop this tough persona. Ashley, you talked about how you're really a baby thug or basically an emotional gangster or whatever it is. We know you cry. We know you're a crybaby and things of that nature. So I don't understand this whole like thing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It kind of reminds me of people who ain't from Baltimore. Mm-hmm. They be like, so they have this perception of, oh, is Baltimore like The Wire? Mm-hmm. And things like that. And people get off like, yeah, it's kind of like The Wire. Even though the people who say, yeah, it's like The Wire haven't seen nothing like what they what The Wire portray. So that's why I'm like, DJ Quick, Ashley, don't try to portray as if like, you know, this is how people get hurt. Stop. Y'all both grown adults in y'all 40s and things of that nature with kids, with money and things of that nature, with careers.
Things to lose.
Exactly. So don't try to make it seem like y'all all of a sudden get gully with it. Y'all can't.
Yeah.
And y'all haven't. You get what I'm saying?
Y'all shouldn't.
Exactly.
Especially not over no dumb stuff like this.
Especially over something that Ashley caused. So I'm just like, I don't really understand what's the point here in this scene for real. And y'all trying to make it seem like Clifton was only talking when security was there. Security escorted Clifton away. You get what I'm saying? It was DJ Quick who got up, who tried to act like he wanted to do something when no one was holding him back.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But I guess we all can see the same thing and have different perceptions. But it's all good, though. Continue, boy.
Well said. Well said. Well, we get into why did Joy attend the Christmas Eve party when she was not on good terms with Ashley. Joy says that she attended it because of Arena. Arena encouraged her to go. Yeah. Clifton also encouraged her to go. He was still recovering from his surgery. He was saying, look, I mean, I can't go, but you can go have a good time, fix the relationships, whatever you need to do. Yeah. She says that she came in genuine and she really wasn't trying to start anything. She was like, I mean, I even came in a costume. Like, why would I come in a costume if I come to rec shop or something? Yeah. Ashley says Joy did see us when she walked in. All that talking about she didn't see us. She's like, Joy knows how my basement is set up. Like, I don't really know how that has to do with anything when the fact is like it's a whole bunch of people in the basement. And my thing only about that is that it is very possible that Joy might have seen Ashley. Yeah. And she might have been around her friends. And Joy was like, I'll get to her when I get to her. Maybe. And that's very possible. Or like Joy said, she beeline to whatever, a drink or whatever she was looking at and wasn't paying attention, because I know for myself, I do not be paying attention half the time. Okay. So Joy says that Ashley sparked the entire argument. Okay. She didn't intentionally not speak to her. And Ashley, during this whole conversation, is interrupting Joy, saying that Joy's lying, all this type of stuff. And Joy's like, what's the point of me even talking to you if you are set on believing what you want to believe? Like, anything I say, any new information is not going to change your perspective. So why do I even need to talk to you? And then Ashley's just like, well, go ahead. I mean, you didn't see me, fine, whatever. And Joy's like, we're just not going to come to common ground if Ashley's going to be like this. True. Completely agree. Carlos says to Joy, Ashley apologized multiple times, and he felt the sincerity in her apology. Same. And he asked, why didn't Joy accept the apology? Joy was pissed in the moment, and she wasn't receptive. Okay. And to me, I think that's fair. Somebody can apologize, and you're not readily willing to accept the apology. Just like, okay, I hear you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Like, I'm still upset. Yeah. You know? Ashley says that she let Joy know, come to me whenever you're ready. I'm going to give you your space. But in the confessionals, Joy made it seem like Ashley was pressing for her to forgive her. Yeah. Now we said so much. You have any thoughts so far on what you just shared with us about how Joy is trying to explain her POV? Ashley's like, that's not what happened, and Joy is like, if you're not gonna believe what I'm gonna say, then what's the point of even explaining? Like, yeah, I agree with Joy. Like, it is literally like talking to a brick wall when trying to talk to people who are set on believing what they want to believe. Like, I'm trying to explain to you my side, because there's two sides to the truth, and then something in the middle or whatever, like that. I guess I don't know. I'm thinking you're going, there's two sides to every story or something like that. Well, the truth is your side, my side, and then we meet somewhere in the middle. Something along them lines. I never heard that saying before, but I feel you. But my thing is, like, Ashley could stand to learn to listen. Yeah. Now, even if she didn't believe Joy or thinks that Joy is lying, you can totally have that perspective. That's fine. Let the lady talk. Okay. What do you think? I'm thinking, let me start off with this. I agree partially, because I said it when it happened, that Joy shouldn't have went over there
without a conversation, without a phone call, without a text message, or something across those lines.
Agreed.
You feel what I'm saying? That shouldn't have been the first time you saw Ashley since you knew y'all was on rocky ground. You get what I'm saying? From Ashley POV, she's saying, how can you not see me? It's filmed in my house. You got cameramen, you got lightmen, you got a man with a boom mic. You get what I'm saying? So how can you not see me? I kind of agree with what you're saying, though. Of, okay, she doesn't see you. Now what?
Yeah.
Like, so do that give you the right to basically almost fight in your own house? She tried to make it a ideal of basically one of her pet peeves, I'm paraphrasing, is that I hate when somebody walk in my house and don't speak. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, Ashley, you've been yelling for the past 30, 40 minutes. And she's going to continue yelling so far based on this next scene. And I'm just like, the truth don't ever have to be defended. Why are you, like, if it's the truth or if it's your truth, why are you yelling it so much? Like, why are you so angry to the point where it just comes off as immature and like, as a kid?
It feels like you're lashing out. Like, you're hurt and you're lashing out and you're throwing a tantrum. Like, that's how it sounds.
And you don't come off, I think she thinks she comes off as this, like, truth teller. She comes off as being real. And she's over talking everybody. Quick is trying to get a word in, and she's like, you know what I'm saying? And
pushing
I'm like,
his hand away, telling him to shut up.
I'm like, I don't think you understand how you look.
Yeah,
you look like a fool. You get what I'm saying? Because my thing is, if you have the truth is the only backup you need. But it seemed like you're trying to convince yourself that these people have something against you, and you're just in total temper tantrum to Blair's point. Dude, like, it just came off as weird. So I'm not even saying that I disagree with Ashley so much, but I'm just like, the way you're going about it, how can I even be on your side?
Yeah.
Because I don't be on people's side who act like this and things of that nature. When it comes to Joy, I'm like, yeah, you should have called. You know what I mean? And that's not Irina's house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I'm like, of course you should have called. And I think Ashley have this whole idea of, take this with a grain of salt because I can't think of another analogy. I think she's used to everybody in her life adoring her. So, like, she's, like, used to everybody coming up to her. It's like, you should have came and spoke to me first because, you know, all of the friends that she have, you know, they had to earn her friendship. You get what I'm saying? They always, like, she's on this pedestal as if, like, she just can't approach her on some, hey, we need to talk. But you got to come on some, like, you disrespected me and things like that. How dare you? I'm Ashley. You know what I mean? Like, it just comes off as weird. You know what I mean? But continue.
Well, Ashley makes a comment that, you know, we get into confessionals and people start making up stories.
Okay.
And Joy says, just like the sweet.
Oh.
Ashley says, you know your husband likes to argue with women. Ask anybody I'm ready to love. Joy says, who? And then Ashley turns to Winter and says, didn't you hear?
No.
I don't like that type of stuff.
Who? No. Who?
Exactly.
No, like
answer the question.
Exactly.
Like, why? And that's that mean girl stuff too, which Ashley calls herself a mean girl.
She likes being a mean girl.
Yeah, she likes it. I think it's fun to her. But that's that mean girl stuff to where you need a posse. And it's just like, oh, Winter, you know, don't you? And it's just like, can you, like, finish the conversation we're having? Why are you trying to recruit people to be in an argument with Joy? And Winter, it's just odd.
And Winter, you're not a friend. You're Ashley's minion right now.
Exactly.
Because you look weird because we saw how Ashley did you in season 1.
Ashley don't like you.
No. She don't. So it's very strange. And the thing about it is about these mean girls, it always comes out that they going through something. It always come out that they battling with something. It always comes out that they just got a hard shell to cover up how soft they are. So as much as Ashley likes being a mean girl, Ashley, we see you.
Yeah.
Well, let me speak for me. I see you. No, you get what I'm saying? Like, I see you, and I know you're hurting and things of that nature. I know you feel betrayed, and I know you, like, you know, I'm not going to be with these people no more because these people don't want to worship and adore you. These people want to hold you accountable and things like that. Like, you have all these people out here saying they like you, but yet, well, if you like me, worship me, adore me, say I'm right when I'm wrong. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
And that is crazy, too, if you think about it, how everyone on this cast really does like Ashley.
Whole time, I like Ashley.
Yeah, and Ashley, she does seem to be like she can be a good time and everything like that when she's in a good mood. But when she's in a bad mood, she's going to act an ass. And it's just like you can, I don't know how to explain it other than basically like you can be angry, you can be upset, but you don't have to show your whole behind every single time.
She's mooning us. She's mooning us.
Like every time you're upset, you got to pull your pants down. Like, goodness gracious.
But it's just attention. It's really a call for attention.
Yeah.
What Ashley needs is just someone to just pick her up and rock her to sleep. That's all. Just rock her, just pat on the back. Oh, Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay, Ashley. You be okay. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do this. You know, but continue.
Yeah. Well, Winter says that she heard it too.
Okay, who?
Exactly. They still don't say who. Arena thinks Ashley should have never shared that personal information. It should have been conversation about who. It shouldn't have been a conversation about who brought who on the show. They should have been able to talk about the actual issue. Arena went to check on Joy because she asked Joy to come to the party.
Yeah.
And Arena says that Ashley is a ticking time bomb. Like, you never know what or when something is going to set her off. Ashley says she doesn't know what Arena is upset about.
I mean,
and my thing is like I can understand where Ashley's coming from because Arena seems very angry at Ashley, and I'm just like, Arena, Ashley has been this way like the whole time. And maybe you don't like it because like she's throwing jabs at you now, and she's talking about Joy and Clifton when you consider them friends. So maybe because it's directed at you, you feel it more. But Ashley, even though like Winter said, she's probably been the most consistent, she's still been like awful.
No, very.
For a very long time.
Very.
But yeah. Arena thinks that it's very high school. She does not have friends like Ashley. And Arena gives a toxic D letter to Winter since Winter wanted to chase behind Ashley.
Listen here, Winter, I don't think you understand how you look. You look crazy. Because it's always, listen here, if Ashley preaching to the choir, you are the choir. You get what I'm saying? And you don't want to be someone, or I don't understand how you could be someone who basically was the victim of Ashley in season 1, and now you all of a sudden close with Ashley. It just comes off as if it's like, ooh, I'm happy she ain't talking about me no more. Yeah. I'm happy I'm on her good side. Because y'all put Ashley, y'all keep basically spoiling her. Basically saying like, I like you, you know, and like I want to be friends with you. Well, guess what? I don't like your husband. And well, okay, I still come to your birthday party or I still hang out. Like, no. Ashley have a hard time, what's the word? Operating in this adult world to where it's like, you're not going to get your way.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's not going to like you. Even when we go get on talking about the suite and things like that. Ashley talks about how she didn't want them in the suite. So because you didn't want them in the suite, production wanted them in the suite. Sorry, they on the show. I don't care if you brought them on the show or not. Or you suggesting them on the show or not, you don't get to make the scenes and not make the scenes. So if I give you the power of who can be on this scene or not, that means you can have that power for whatever scene.
Exactly. And now you're the person who hires and fires?
No.
You're the talent.
Exactly.
Okay?
You're the talent. And guess what? We're going to pay you $2,500 an episode, basically. Allegedly.
Right.
Okay. So that's why I'm like, you don't run things. You want things in the Silver household, and that's it. Whatever have to do with your children, whatever have to do with your family, you run that. And so far, you need a handle on that. You get what I'm saying? You over here trying to make it with your mom. You over here begging to spend time with your husband. You got enough on your plate to be trying to be like running everything else.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? But let's continue because we go get into this.
Because Ashley's a bit confused because she said Christmas night, me and Arena were fine. Okay. So she does not know where all this energy is coming from with Arena. Okay. Now, my thing is like, I wish Ashley could listen to Arena, being that she did consider her a friend, and try to take some of what Arena is saying and seeing how it is logical that Arena would check on Joy and you're going to get mad at me because I checked on this lady first. Like, it would be nice if Ashley could take into account that this is somebody I considered a friend, so let me hear really where they're coming from. But she can't.
Listen here, I think there's something too. I don't know. Maybe it's the DMV area, right? People get on these shows as talent, and they want to be kind of like Giselle. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Producer of the show, right? Giselle is the talent. I think in her eyes, if I was to make an opinion, that if I got Arena on my side, okay, that means I got Jamie on my side. So I got them. Okay, I got Winter. Okay, I already got who Joy is basically beefing with. I got Black, right?
Yeah.
So we can really ice them out and they can really feel what it's like to go up against me. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, for $2,500 allegedly, you doing too much.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Just sit down, have your Christmas party, be friends with whoever you want to be friends with, and then just move on and have a good show.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You don't have to try to produce or try to suggest that this needs to happen, this don't need to happen. You don't run things. Carlos does. It's just that plain and simple. You don't run things, and if you don't like how he run it, don't be on his show. It's that plain and simple.
Yeah. Well, apparently, I don't even know how this got brought up, and it was so much back and forth that I don't even know if I got the story fully right. So help me if I'm not making no sense.
I ain't making no sense either, and I ain't say nothing.
So Ashley's assistant apparently went off on little Jamie, and they're both within the same age range. So Ashley was saying like that's between them, but Jamie got into the conversation and was basically saying that the assistant would be homeless if it wasn't for Ashley. Ashley says, at least I don't use my kids for TV. Arena and Jamie are like, we're not using our kids for TV. Jamie was trying to tell Quick to get his wife. Quick can't do nothing.
No.
Quick is in the corner laying, slumped down in the couch because he can't get a hold of Ashley. Arena says that the assistant is doing everything in the house, and this is what the assistant is saying, because Ashley is too drunk to take care of her kids.
Okay.
Then instead of Ashley being upset about what the assistant says, she was upset at Arena because she's like, do you think that's even true? And Arena's like, this is what this lady living in your house is saying. And it's like Ashley doesn't even care what that lady's saying.
But here's the thing about it. This is what happened when you just get in a yelling match.
Yeah.
Because Arena told us that, and she don't believe that it's true, but she said it out loud.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I don't even know why it got brought up.
I don't even know how we got here, but we're here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Look, there was one point where she said, if I'm not mistaken, like I said, this is what happens when y'all yelling too much. We can't
decipher.
We're not going to rewind and stay up all night with y'all. Okay, so we can't decipher what is what. You get what I'm saying? So don't be mad at us like, that's not what they said. Blair, get Chris. He ain't say no. This is what happened when y'all yelling too much. Okay. From what I remember Arena saying something like, you don't even pay her. And then that's when Ashley was like, why would her? Like, she lives with us and things like that. And then that's when it said, like, you got her scrubbing floors and basically doing everything around the house because you too drunk to take care of your kids. Now, here's the thing, right? We do this review thing for fun, right? Subscribe for fun, comment for fun. And even though that information may have been given out in the wrong way, if it is true, my prayers and hope is with Ashley.
Exactly.
Like this is not a aha moment. Look at you, Ashley. You are a bad person. You too drunk to take care of your kids. If you're going through something, or if Arena knows something that Ashley's going through, I wouldn't have used that as a weapon to weaponize it, even though Ashley may be yelling at me. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because being too drunk every day, that's not a good look. Yeah. And that's just from the POV that we as the audience look from, and from someone who's in the moment. I hope it's not true, because even though I'm not a big fan of Ashley, I don't want nothing bad to happen to her. No. Do you get what I'm saying? To the point where you're self-medicating with alcohol. You get what I'm saying?
The thing is, we don't know these people, so we don't know what they could be
exactly
doing. I mean,
so that's
so it's just like, if somebody has an issue, please get help.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's not something to make fun of or something to take a jab at. It's just something that I don't understand how it got brought up. You get what I'm saying? I thought we would go talk about Ashley beeline into Clifton in the suite. Yeah. But apparently we got on to Ashley's a tyrant and she got a maid in the house who she don't pay and she too drunk to take care of her own kids. I'm like, what is happening on my TV screen? Yeah. And stop putting Quick hand down when he try to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Doing this exactly. and this. And I'm just like, jeez Louise.
I'm like, I don't even know what to think about
popped her in her forehead.
So technically, I don't have an opinion about that, and I won't have an opinion about what was said that Arena alleged with Ashley. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's go.
So Carlos asked what happened between Ashley and Arena's friendship. Okay. Carlos gets the sense that Ashley feels Arena has something to prove. Okay. And Ashley thinks Arena just wants to prove she's big and bad. Okay. Arena says that she's not being fake. Ashley is jealous of her relationship with Joy because of all the little comments that Ashley has been making. Yeah. Ashley's husband is always at work. He's never around. And she's jealous that they hang out as couples. We see the clips. Well, before we get into the sweet scene, do you have any thoughts about what Arena's saying versus what Ashley's saying?
I think there's a percentage of truth in that. I think Ashley really was powerless this season. I don't know what Ashley thought that she was going to do this season. This being their season 2, this is our season 3, because I think they just ran it straight through.
Yeah, season 2, part 2.
Yeah,
them, pretty much.
I think she's used to being in control, and she was in a situation to where, remember, this is Ashley's words. This is not me saying it. This is Ashley said. She said, "I don't work and I don't have to work. I am financially stable. If something was to happen, I don't have to work a day in my life." Right? And that kind of gives me an idea of how your world has been cultivated.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really live in the real world to where you really have to get along with people you don't have to.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you're so used to everybody who's in your globe, in your
loving you,
in your circle, adoring you, loving you. You probably been told a whole bunch of times, you are the realest person I know, Ashley. You get what I'm saying? So you're used to that. And I feel like at some point, you know, Joy came in. People like Joy. Joy is kind of, I don't want to use the word tomboy, but she's kind of like down to earth in a way.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? To where people like Joy. You even like Joy at one point. But then, like, you start losing control. Then you want to set up scenes. Then you say, well, no, I don't want them in the suite because we need to meet before. They say, well, we're not going to do that. We going to have them meet in the suite, like how we got written down.
Right.
No, you're not going to do this. Or, yes, you're going to do that. And I think, like, for once in your life, you experience the real world to where you're not in control.
Yeah, you're an employee.
Yes. And I think it's a culture shock to you. I think all of this that you're going through right now is you lashing out because it's a culture shock. You get what I'm saying? You're not used to being so small in the big world. You know what I'm saying? You're so used to being so big in your small world. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think it's just a culture shock. And look, it's kind of like the kid who never got punished before, and they finally get to stay with their grandparents, and the grandparents don't play none of that, and they get punished, and then that's where they just throw a temper tantrum the whole night, but because they're not used to that type of discipline. That's all Ashley doing. You get what I'm saying? You're not moving nothing. You're not doing anything with us. Every time you tweet, you're talking about, these are fake people and things like that. Because in order to call them, you really just calling yourself the realist. Yeah. Every time you calling somebody fake, you basically saying, I'm the real one. And I'm just like, I'm not judging based on what I don't see. I'm judging based on what I've seen. And what I've seen, you're not that real. Yeah. Matter of fact, you're not that special either. You're just like everybody else. You're just like all of us, Ashley. Bring it in. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, we see the clips, the Tylers versus the Petties.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm sorry. What is their names? The Silvas versus the Petties.
Yes.
As well as the sweet scene and the aftermath.
Okay.
Ashley says production wanted that moment in the suite because she didn't want Joy and Clifton to come.
Okay.
Carlos agrees that there should have been a one-to-one with Joy and Ashley before, but he tells her you can't blame what happened in that moment on what you decided to do the following 10 weeks of filming.
Stop right there for a second. This is Carlos' example of an adult, Carlos taking accountability. I could tell Carlos didn't agree with what Ashley said.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? DJ Quick and Ashley trying to make it seem like if we would have had our moment before the suite, we would have been friends and we would have been cool. I even heard DJ Quick said, we probably still would have been friends. Stop it. You're not going to blame this one moment on how you chose to moon us for the past episodes after that moment. Right. You are an adult. And if you wanted to get down to the truth, DJ Quick, you would have got down to the truth. Right? The same way as you could have made a call to make Clifton uncomfortable. You ain't doing much, it seemed like. You know what I mean? Yeah. So don't make it seem like this happened because they wanted this scene to happen. Well, you're the one who acted in the scene. Only thing they could do is build the stage, but you definitely tap dance all over it. So I don't understand why you even blaming somebody. It's the lack of accountability. Good job on Carlos taking accountability, even though he don't agree with it, and even though he feel like it's not his fault. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Continue, please.
Carlos asked, was him moving forward in that motion antagonizing to you, asking Ashley, or was it just a buildup? Ashley said it was a buildup and it was antagonizing. Joy says that Chloe says that Ashley beelined to Clifton.
She did.
And she was the one who started that interaction.
That's true.
And it was her fault because she started it.
She was the one who put her hand in his face and beeline towards that man.
Right. Carlos asked what made Clifton gesture in her direction. Clifton, he was just like, in that moment, I couldn't have said anything right. Like, what could I have said?
What could you say?
He said, after she got in my face, yes, sure, I was trying to get a rise out of her. Quick says Clifton was wrong for making that motion, and essentially he was getting into Ashley's face.
DJ Quick, stop it, bro. like, matter of fact, you ain't my bro. Stop it, man. like, because there's no way bro, you could disagree with your wife, man.
Yeah.
Hey, look, bring it in. You could disagree with your wife. This is my beautiful wife. We do a show, right? Together. We disagree a lot. You get what I'm saying? And I still love her and she still loves me. You can disagree with your wife, right? She ain't. Are you in danger? Are you fearful of your life if you disagree? Because I don't even understand this whole thing of like he didn't lean in. So let me get this straight, right? You can beeline to somebody, start yelling at them, start putting their hand in their face, right? And if he just do this, all of a sudden he's the one that's antagonizing. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't really understand what's going on. What is your thoughts so far on that?
My thoughts, I was like, I think that Clifton admitting that he was trying to get a rise out of Ashley, I wish he would have done that sooner in the episode. Because maybe that's what Ashley needed in order to feel that...
I'm not giving it to her.
Okay, maybe that's what she needed in order to feel that he was trying to antagonize her in some way. So, and my thing is, even if he was, so what? You beeline to this man, got in his face, yelled at him. You should be happy he didn't hit you.
Come on now.
I'm just saying that you can't control people's reactions to you. So... thank goodness he isn't somebody who wanted to put his hands on you.
Thank goodness he got some sense.
Exactly. And all he did was lean over. And I don't know if Ashley and Quick realize that because they're the biggest and the baddest in their, circle.
They are the Silvas.
Right.
You know
so maybe they don't have it in their mind to where y'all don't know everybody in the world. And just as you're connected, other people can be connected as well.
Listen,
and
I don't even gotta be connected. They not right here right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm just saying that you don't get to go into people's face and say how they get to respond. So if Clifton wanted to get a rise or wanted to play in your face because you're doing a lot, I mean, you shouldn't be in his face. Exactly. I don't know what to tell you.
You shouldn't be lying towards him.
And then also with Quick, I'm just like not interested in anything Quick has to say. Because I'm just like, Quick, I truly believe, and if they come out and say something differently, okay. But I truly believe Quick went down to the floor to get out of that suite and get away from the arguing.
So basically he ran away.
To my feeling is that he ran away from his wife. He saw she was getting upset. He saw she was already pretty agitated with Joy and Clifton being there. And I think he purposefully didn't want to be around to deal with Ashley. So he got away. And now that you were away and you didn't see it, you can completely believe your wife. And Jamie and everybody else in the suite was supposed to have Ashley's back when you were in the same building. I think that's wild.
Literally in the same building.
I think that's wild.
And now DJ Quick want to be like, well, everybody is wrong sometimes. No. We're not talking about everybody. We talk about two people in this situation.
Yeah.
Say your wife is wrong.
Right.
Say your wife is wrong. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if my wife was to do that, I would be like, how I feel about women going at men, right? It's not because I don't feel like women is not right. I just feel like we live in the real world. We don't live in the world that I want to live in. We live in the real world.
Yeah.
Right? And in the real world, women is not as respected as they should be. Meaning that a man will knock your head off. I seen it. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, hey, for you not to even be in that situation, don't approach a man without me. You get what I'm saying? Matter of fact, don't even approach a man. Tell me. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But I think Ashley's so used to doing things on her own because she's big in her small world that she feels like she can do anything. That's why she can say things like, I knocked out bigger people than you. No, you haven't. Because at the end of the day, you haven't knocked out a man like Clifton.
Right.
Because every time you talk about Clifton, you talk about how intimidating and big he is. Trust me, he's big because that's just how he is. That's just who he is. He's not big trying to be intimidating.
No, he's not big trying to scare you.
No, he's just big.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But you trying to be bigger than what you are, trying to intimidate everybody else. There's a difference. Clifton's not doing what you're doing.
Right.
I'm just 6'1".
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not 6'1" because I'm trying to scare everybody. There's a difference. Right. You know what I mean? Continue. Go ahead.
Well, Ashley says that she takes accountability.
Yeah.
She wishes that she would have never said anything to Clifton and they would have just left when she asked him to leave.
Fake accountability.
That's that whole control thing as well. You don't get to tell people to leave in a scene that they at work for.
Exactly. I'm at work. Okay. No. This is a job. Stop it.
Telling me to leave my place of business because you wish I would have. That's not accountability. That's you trying to control somebody again. Mm-hmm. So I think we could have left it at you shouldn't have said nothing to Clifton.
100%. Now, Mr. King, I gotta bring Mr. King to the carpet. Mr. Carlos King.
Okay.
Right, Mr. CK. Love your shows, right? Love and Marriage Huntsville, one of my favorite shows.
Coming up soon, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. I think you fumbled a little bit, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I think you should have asked her questions about her attacking this man's sexuality, this man's manhood, and things like that, because that's not right.
No.
Right? Calling him sassy. Talk about how he likes to argue with women.
Calling him a mean girl.
Yeah, she is alluding things. You get what I'm saying? That I don't think is fair as a heterosexual man. Because we wouldn't like it if the shoe was on the other foot.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I think Ashley should have been called on the carpet to at least stand by what she said or to apologize for what she said. Because there's no reason why, because you didn't get what you want out of production, for you weeks on weeks on weeks to assault this man's sexuality, to assault this man's manhood, to basically talk to him as if he's one of your little children. Mm-hmm. While at the same time, you was the one that was intimidated by him. That's not right. You get what I'm saying?
Totally.
And that what got me off of Ashley completely. Because I'm like, what are you on? Because at the end of the day, to Blair's point, thank God Clifton got sense. Thank God Clifton's not someone that is big on, like, you gonna respect me in all aspects. I mean, even talking to me right. You get what I'm saying? Thank goodness he is a man. And you get what I'm saying? To where he can listen to you talk and be like, you ain't talking about nothing. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we have a lot of men out here who is trying to prove their manhood every day.
Yes.
However way they choose to, in ways that I do not agree with. You get what I'm saying? So I think that line of questioning should not have been applauded. Like, oh, Ashley get to take accountability. Let's make it light. No, it's a serious thing that Ashley was attacking this man's sexuality and manhood and things of that nature. And we can't have men on the show. For one, this is love and marriage, to where it's going to be couples. We can't have men on the show and then have women over here making them uncomfortable by attacking their sexuality.
Yeah. And
things like that. He is just as equal as Ashley on the show. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Now, if he was to go ahead and call her out her name and things like that and make her cry and things like that, and he wanted to prove his manhood, then all of a sudden we're like, Clifton, oh my goodness, you took it too far. The same way, let's keep it fair. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because y'all heard me throughout all this season with her calling him sassy. Come on now. Calling him mean girl. Calling him all these things. That's not right.
No.
That's not right. But let's continue. That's my little PSA.
Okay. Well, we welcome the Duncans and Yusha onto the set.
Okay.
Winter asks if she could sit somewhere else, and she squeezes herself between Ashley.
You would not squeeze between me and my wife. You brought that man on the show, sit next to him or stand up.
That's what I'm saying. Ashley made Winter too comfortable because, ma'am, sit where you're supposed to sit.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like, listen here. Not a big fan of DJ Quick, especially how he acted throughout this season, things like that. I think he's just so used to being, like, he's so used of women telling him what to do and like, that was his moment. I'm not standing up. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting next to my wife, right? Ask production to bring a chair out for you if you don't want to sit next to him. But now I have to sit on the end and now sit next to Yusha. Like, nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah. Well, we see clips of Yusha and Winter's love connection and interactions throughout the season.
Yeah.
Winter said that first impressions were good. Mm-hmm. Yusha thought they had great conversation and he wanted to continue to get to know her. Okay. She did love him. That's why she said it. But when she said that she loved him, Yusha said, thank you for sharing that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to let you stand on it.
Okay.
He said he wasn't in a place to say I love you.
Okay.
Any thoughts on his response?
I think socially in society, if someone says if a woman says I love you, right? A lot of women are not used to rejection. So for him to say thank you, if he just would have said thank you, I think it would have been less harsh.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you stand on that was a little.
I'm gonna let you stand on that to seem a little like, okay, you didn't have to kick her while she was already, her heart already was falling to the ground. And you kind of gave it one more kick before it hit the ground.
Right.
There's been times to where people told me that they love me, and I told them thank you. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't love you at the moment. You know, maybe it was too quick. You know, I think the stand on it just make it seem kind of like homeboyish.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It just a little gutter.
Yes.
You know what I mean? What was your thoughts on that?
My thoughts, I had the same thoughts. Like, thank you would have already been terrible, but to stand on it, I'm just like, wow, I feel like you just don't like me.
Yeah. I felt like I already was falling down and things like that.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying that he should have said I love you too, but yeah, I think thank you just would have been like
that would have been bad enough.
Saying thank you because because when she say I love you, she's looking for an I love you too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think even saying thank you and maybe affirming her would have been a little better.
Or even explaining where you're at. Like, just like, I'm not quite there, but I really do care about you. And that's not going to help either.
She ain't going to like it.
But at least you wouldn't be able to come on this couch and say that you said stand on it.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy.
If you would have said something a little bit better.
But true.
But, yeah, well, they're getting uncomfortable on the couch. Ashley's talking about it is a little tight. And Quick agrees to sit next to Yusha. If it's getting a little tight, Winter, you need to get up.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Ashley I just don't like how people make people feel comfortable to get into the middle of the relationship figuratively and physically. So no, you cannot sit between me and my husband, and no, you can't ask me a whole bunch of questions and get in my business and try to break down what we have. So I'm just like, all of that, don't let people be comfortable enough to get that close. That's crazy to me. So anyway, off my soapbox.
Okay.
So
don't worry about it because I definitely had mine just like 5 minutes ago. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, what?
I think eventually Quick gets up and sit next to Yusha, you said?
Yeah, and Winter was saying that Yusha's response bothered her because he likes to be fake deep. So a lot has transpired with Yusha. She is only going to give us 10 minutes, so she brings out her little prop. They were having communication struggles, and he was constantly defending Joy. Okay. Winter thinks Joy is great, but he doesn't know Joy. When he threw Black under the bus, she thought, this is his friend of 20 years. Like, why would he do that to him? And what is he capable of doing to me when he's known me for less time?
Keep that in mind, y'all, because I'm going to circle back to that in like a moment. He
was trying to pitch his brand to production, and she felt that he was trying to use her. Yusha says that she can understand how she feels. He said that he thinks Winter was a good opportunity for a wife. She was saying that she overheard him saying to production that she was a good opportunity, period.
What was your thoughts on that?
My thoughts were, I felt like Yusha was lying.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'm just like, who says good opportunity for a wife? Like, that doesn't even sound right.
Yeah, it don't. Well, let me not say lie because I wasn't there, but it don't sound right to me.
Yeah.
I even when I was preparing to propose to my wife now, I never once said this is a great opportunity. She's a great opportunity for a wife. It's like it seems unnatural to say.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yusha says they're going to be respectful. Winter doesn't need to speak over him because she is doing a whole lot of hollering and speaking over him when he's trying to get his point across. Yeah. Basically, he tells Carlos, like, get control of your set. And Carlos does ask Winter, can we just like let him talk? So Yusha says that he wears his clothes all the time. Winter comes with another prop at the nail file. Okay. So we ignore her. And Yusha says that she was a good opportunity for a wife. Winter says that he didn't say for a wife. Carlos asked, why was the brand even coming up? Like he said he never mentioned it. He wears it. And Jamie noticed it and like opened up his jacket and was interested in seeing like, oh, this is your own, like a Black owned brand. Like Jamie was asking questions about it. Yusha had to go through Winter, and this is what Winter is saying, in order to get his plan promoted because he tried to go through production and they were like, no. Yeah. He wanted to put his socks in the cast gift box when they were on vacation. They wouldn't let him do it. And Winter said like he had a whole freak out moment that he had to calm himself down for because they wouldn't allow him to put his socks in the basket. Okay. Carlos asked the Duncans if they know Yusha as this type of person, that Winter is describing. And Sherelle is saying Yusha is a hustler. She wasn't thinking that he was going to use Winter. And Carlos asked if Sherelle thinks that he used her. And she's saying that she feels like he liked Winter, but it was also a plus that she was on TV. Carlos asked, you're single on a show called Love and Marriage, talking to Winter. You don't think maybe you were using him in order to stay on the show and be relevant to the show.
Come on now.
And Winter is saying that she has somebody else she could have brought.
Well, hold on, stop right there. What do you mean someone you could have brought?
I guess another love interest.
Are you in love or not? So what are your thoughts so far, Blair?
My thoughts so far, it's a lot. My thoughts so far, Winter's reasoning is a little bit shaky to me.
Yeah.
I feel like they wanted to make Yusha seem like such a terrible person, but it's not coming across that way to me.
Not that terrible.
Yeah.
Bad, but not terrible.
Yeah. So.
Weird, not terrible.
Now, her points about him, like, bigging up Joy and all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to get further into the conversation for that, but pretty much, you know, he tells her that he auditioned for Ready to Love. People were saying that his only match would probably be Joy. So I think with that information, she thought maybe he had a thing for Joy. I don't know, but that whole Joy thing, I think that was jealousy from Winter. I think that she just didn't like that he wasn't on her side with the Joy thing, and I also don't know why Winter had a side when it came to the Joy thing, because I thought her and Joy were cool. So I thought Winter should have stayed a lot more neutral when it came to that situation. Now, also her talking about his business.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, not a lot, but most people on reality TV are going to push their brand. Now, for him being not necessarily a full cast member trying to push their brand, maybe that is a little bit odd because somebody's bringing you on the show. But I don't fault him for trying to take reins of the opportunity.
I fault him 100%.
Yeah, I don't.
I fault him 100%.
I think that he sees that he's on TV and this could be a good thing for his business. But at the same time, that by doing that, you risk Winter not thinking that you're genuine. Yeah. So, but I don't think he's thinking that way. So I don't know.
Out of everybody who've been on these type of shows, how many of these brands do people actually go to? Not a lot, if any. Right? The reason why people go to these brands in the first place is because the person that's on the show become bigger than the show. Give you an example. Nene became bigger than Housewives of Atlanta and things like that. So for Blair's point of Yusha being not even a full cast member, why would we be interested in whatever you're selling?
Yeah.
We don't even know you. We don't even have an interest in you first, right? So I think for him to bring his stuff on the show in preparation to promote it is kind of wild. When y'all not even doing a good job trying to keep the show on the air. You get what I'm saying? Y'all not giving the stories. Y'all not married and things of that nature. So let me talk about Sherelle and Black. Is their names?
Yeah.
Right? Sherelle and Black. I only want to talk to this and then I'll actually let Blair continue the scene. Winter had a problem with Yusha siding with Joy because she's like, wait a minute. If you can side with Joy against Black and you known Black all these years, how do I know that you won't be unloyal to me and side against me? Right? Sound logic. I'm with it, right? So let's use that same logic in this situation. Hey, Sherelle and Black are there, and they are basically saying, yeah, Yusha, he is a hustler. He does come off this way sometimes. So if they know him for that long of amount of time, and they sided with you when they know him all those years, how can you trust them? But she will never see it that way. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because as long as someone agrees with me, my point matters. So I think Winter, this just makes you look bad overall, in my opinion. Because to Blair's point, I think your whole point was to try to make him look terrible, and it didn't come off that way. It just makes you look like you can't pick men. In the first season, you was with a man or engaged to a man. You never been to his house. You didn't really know him. It's weird. And now you picked another weird guy. So it makes you look bad. It makes you look like you just keep picking them wrong. And who's to say that this love interest that you could have brought on beside Yusha would have been just as worse? So that's why I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to convey. Hopefully you heal from that. But let's continue on with this Joy thing, because this Joy thing is weird to me. Yeah,
Yusha said that he was opening up to Winter about the Ready to Love casting thing because he was trying to be vulnerable, trying to be honest with her. Winter said that it was pointless for him to mention it. I don't think it was pointless. No. I think that it was...
it's better to say it now before before it comes out in other ways.
Right. Yeah, it's better to just tell her than to her find out on her own.
Yeah.
So Yusha says that Winter kept warning him not to tell people his truth because they'll use it against him.
Mm-hmm.
Yet Winter's the one using things that he said in private against him on this stage. Sherelle does think Yusha is an opportunist, and Black thinks Yusha, ever since he's met him, he's always tried to push some type of product.
Okay.
Winter calls him a fraud and an opportunist. Yusha asks, who have I frauded? And Winter says, me.
Okay.
Yusha is just like, look, I just don't turn the hustle off. Like, I'm always going to try to further my businesses or my brand. That's just who I am.
Amen.
So, and to me, a lot of women would think that would be an ambitious man, you know, who always is trying to make sure that he and his family is secure. So it can be looked at in different ways.
Time and place for me.
Yeah, I think it can be looked at in different ways, but I think the fact that he really didn't know Winter well enough to come on this show and start promoting his business, he should have kept it a bit more pure and focus on the relationship.
Yeah, just like her. Like
yeah, but I think because of that mentality and that's just him being who he is, I don't think he could have changed that, honestly. So
yeah, this whole Joy thing, even then, I don't know. It just seemed like Joy is the center of everything. Right? As much as y'all try to ice this girl out, as much as y'all try to basically put her on the outs, truth be told, she's embedded in everybody's story in some way, somehow.
Yeah.
Look how powerful y'all made this regular girl. You know what I'm saying? And Joy just say, I am a regular girl. I'm not even trying to be like this type of girl. Joy just trying to chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all have exalted her above y'all own stories and things of that nature to where you mad when you should defend her because you thinking like, why should you be defending her? Ashley, because her whole point is I'm friends with Ashley and whatever Ashley say goes and things like that. Ashley trying to ice this girl out, but production's like, we ain't gonna do that. Like that's weird. We're not Real Housewives of Potomac. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't ice people out. You know what I mean? We trying to keep our jobs, you know? So it's like this season just comes off as if it's like, I don't know what y'all was trying to do. Winter, hopefully you heal from it. Hopefully you pick a better guy next season and things of that nature. Hopefully you are welcome back next season because the way Carlos made it sound
I mean, Winter's saying that she's not coming back either, so.
Listen here, maybe, you know, blessings to you. Because Carlos did bring up a good point. He said, well, listen, it is called love and marriage. And you came in with some type of engagement in the first season, and now this one you're in a relationship. You're not in a relationship now. Why are you on the show? And you don't need to be on the show. And truth be told, I want to see Ashley on the show without you on the show. Okay. You know what I'm saying? If I was to have anybody on the show, it would just be the Silvas and it would be the Petties. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I got something against Jamie and like Arena.
I want to see the title. I like their dynamic too.
I like them too. You know what I'm saying? But Arena kind of, you know, I'm like, I don't know what you're yelling about. Why are we yelling? You know what I mean? Anything else, Blair?
That's it.
Listen here, we gave y'all 52 minutes on a reunion that we felt like could have been summed up in one part. You get what I'm saying? So in return for giving y'all this entertainment, we just ask you to subscribe and like the video. Yes. That's all we ask for. I'm lying, and comment. Okay. Anything else?
That's all. Bye.
Y'all be good.